Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be reacting to a video called Top 100 Greatest Swedish Songs of All Time on Spotify. Spotify, to begin with, I'm pretty sure it's a Swedish company, I think. I do not know like how many I'm gonna know, but I'm excited. So let's check it out and comment, like and subscribe. So that's a lot of streams. I've never heard of this. Okay, this is like very different. Like hip hop. These are sort of like older songs. And these are cool. And these are cool. Oh, they have like the whole choreography. Would love to know what this means. And what the lyrics are saying. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is like pretty chill. Oh, these people like DJs? Oh, a ballad. Okay, I like this. This is sort of like a folky song. Okay, this is like the second like hip hop song, so like it's very popular in Sweden. Okay. Hop 1, like this is like the second entry. Oh, okay, and Veronica Maggio, second entry as well. This is nice. This is like very chill, very chill. Where the party at? Okay, the song is named after the band. Okay, I like that. It's very chill. I'm surprised by like the amount of like everything's super chill. Oh, I like this. Looks old, but I like it. This is very like club-like. Like I imagine myself like dancing to the club. This one's super catchy. This one's like also catchy. Is this sort of like a party staple? It sounds like a party staple. Oh, and okay. I was gonna take it. This one's also like very, I don't know, very catchy. Oh my god, I like the people screaming in the background. Okay, this hop one. Hop first? It's been around like so long. Did idiot? Does it mean like the idiot as an idiot? Whoa, this is very funky. That guitar, I like it. This also sounds so incredibly catchy. Team Book 2. Okay, I like this one. Okay, this is also very like word this band wasn't something like American Idol. Oh, does this mean Merry Christmas? That's sort of like a power ballad. I like this one as well. Triad. Why are there 4 people if they're called Triad? Okay, this Veronica Maggio, like she's been around, like she's pretty famous over there. Does this mean like a song for someone? A song for someone? Oh my god, okay, this is like another hip hop song. I didn't know like rap was like so big over there. Oh, she has such a nice voice. Okay, this guy also has like a very nice voice. Okay, this is like... Oh, okay. Catchy for her, like interesting rhythm. Oh my god, that... Okay, this video looks crazy. Oh my god, okay, what is... I want to know more about this song. What is this? Veronica Maggio again. Oh my god, everything's so catchy. I want to dance. Timbuktu again. Oh, this is so like very interesting, like rhythms. And it sounds the same in Swedish and English. I'm pretty sure like this Gillen Tider. I think I've seen like there's another song by them. Okay, why are there? What is this video? September. Okay, this is like the club table. A lot of ballads. I'm surprised by this. Oh, okay. I like it. There's like a really like I like that instrument. Another, okay, Veronica Maggio. Oh, what a nice video. So like illustrated. This sounds like very 2010, something of the sort. Okay, this is very energetic. That Fine Bam Bra, that's so catchy. Is this an old song? It sounds like an older song. Okay, we're already 15 million streams. I don't miss this. There's like a Mr. something, I miss someone. Is that like a crown, the flower crown that they use in Midsummer? Okay, a lot of like, again, we're like in our dancing, sort of like, we're dancing. Okay, this is also very like funky. This is very fun. Okay, another hip hop song. Rap. This is like, I don't think this is hip hop, this is rap. Oh my god, Veronica Maggio. Is she gonna be #1? Okay, another, this one's sort of like hip hop rap again. This one's like pure club. Yeah, I picture myself in a club, like here. Oh, this is the other woman that like has that, like she has like a very nice voice. Okay, I like this one. Okay, is this a romantic song? Yeah, it's like a ballad, like a pretty romantic ballad. It's like, is this some sort of hymn? Like another ballad. That looks like a very cool video. Okay, the problem with like such a catchy rhythm is I wanna sing, I wanna dance, but I don't know anything. Like yes, I don't know what you're saying, but yeah, sure, I wanna dance. This Miss Lee, like she has like a couple as well. Okay, this is like very anxious.
fett stark hasch, du kan åka på en halv
Okay, this is also super catchy.
James Bond, man är obsen, har mest.
James Bond? Veronica Maggio, okay, seriously, she has so many like entries in here. Another. Does this mean welcome? Welcome, like as in welcome? You welcome something? Okay, a ballad as well. Let's look at a ballad. Oh, this hub guy also been around for quite a bit. Maybe it's at the end actually. I don't know if it's just one guy. This is like damn weird, like hip hop rap. Okay, even the imagery, there's like a lot of money in cash. Oh, okay. Oh, this is like the first, I think, pop rock song that I'm listening in this list. I like this beat. Or there's sort of like a Peruvian. Veronica Maggio, seriously. I love kind of how many entries she has. Oh, and this is like a ballad. This looks like the end, like year 2012, something of the sort. Oh, this is like a very nice piano. Okay, this is very upbeat as well, like a party staple. Another sort of like pop rock song that I don't think there's a few of them in here. This is already like top 10. This is 7. Okay, this is like 2000. This is like very 2000, like year 2K. Veronica Maggio. Okay, top 5. Oh, okay, this is so interesting. Is this like a kid song? Maybe, right? I think this song has a right completely. Okay, hip hop, rap, habibi. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Which is number? This is number 1. Okay. Very like chill. Okay, this is a very interesting rating top. Well, obviously like there's like no it's like these spice streams, so it's like this is what people I like it because of like what actual Swedish people are actually listening to. I'm so shocked. Well, I don't know if like they're listening to this or no, because it's filtered I think by like Swedish bands, Swedish songs. I'm so shocked by several things. I think like number 1, this Veronica Maggio, like I've never heard of this woman. But she's apparently incredibly famous over there. Now I want to look her up because she appeared like at least, I want to say like around 7 times. Like she has like 7 entries. So I think she's a pretty famous like singer over there, which is kind of weird because I don't know, maybe it's not weird, but I've never heard of her. So obviously like it's wild to me that someone can be like that's famous as in a country and still like maybe like you don't really sort of like she doesn't really like I haven't heard of it. Know that I've heard of like every single musician, but I think it's kind of like crazy. It's like, oh wow, it doesn't even ring a bell like the songs. They weren't like ringing a bell like her name or the songs. So it's kind of crazy and wild to me that she's like so famous over there. But I don't know, like no, maybe not a lot of people outside of Sweden like know her. But she sounds very like she sounds cool, and now I want to look her up. The second, I think was the third song maybe. It took me like, I was so surprised. It was like, I'm guessing a song for like kids, for babies. I would assume like they sort of like filter that out because it's like, you have a lot of like normal sort of like looking songs of just like normal bands or musicians or whatever. But then all of a sudden, you have like this like kid song, this baby song that's like so weird with the animation. And it's like, wait, what? But I think it makes sense. I think people probably like put it for maybe like for kids, like babies like have to go to sleep, and maybe like they like probably what I'm assuming it happens is that they put it like on repeat because like maybe it helps kids like calm down or maybe like get to bed and sleep. So like maybe they put it in a loop, and maybe that's how it like, oh, it has like so many streams because like all people, old Swedish like parents like put their kids to sleep with that song. I think, that's my only explanation, because otherwise, like, why would like a kid song, a baby song, would be like so high up on the list? And it wasn't like number, I don't know, like 90. No, it was like number 2 or 3, which is like, oh my god, it's a little like anticlimactic. It's like I'm expecting like normal songs, and then it's like a song for kids. What is this? It's like what? They don't filter those out. But I'm guessing they do not filter this, because of course it's just by number of streams. And if people are literally like putting their kids to sleep or whatever, or like they're using it for their babies, then yes, of course, like they're on the list. I want to know like so badly, actually. I don't know just a little like the logistics of this, because obviously when you have like a normal song, like I think the streams, I don't really know how much they get paid. I think my understanding is that they don't really, like musicians and bands and just like musicians in general, they don't really get paid that much like by Spotify. So you maybe like see this insane amount of streams, so like, oh, this person must be rich, like they're super famous, they have like so much streams. But I don't think like it's that many, I think, or maybe not as much as you're thinking. You're not like, oh, they're like the most millionaire of people like in this country. No, probably not. But I think it's whatever it is, still like they paid you like a certain amount of money. But it's always, I think it goes to like the songwriter, and I think probably like the musician like maybe pays a cut to like maybe the label pays a cut to like the actual musician. And obviously the songwriters are constantly the ones that like get the most amount of money. But with a song like this for babies is a little bit like, who's getting paid? Like, what a lucrative business. This is telling me that I think when you're like compose songs for babies and for kids, I think like you should be making bank, because if you knock it out of the park, people are gonna be putting like, I think it's actually a quite successful sort of like business idea, because it's like, yes, people are gonna be, it doesn't go out of style, it doesn't go out of fashion, because people are constantly gonna put their kids like this song, like it's never gonna grow old. And I think that's certainly the case with, there was like another song that I do not know, but I was imagining from my understanding of like the little clip, is that it said like Merry Christmas, or if it was Merry Christmas, the equivalent of what people use, like, I don't know, Happy Holidays or something in Sweden. And maybe it's like, maybe not, again, it's maybe not related, but although I'm pretty sure it was related to Christmas. But it tells me that a lot of like Swedish people, like during Christmas, they also like play this song a lot. So it's actually like you have a money earner over there, because it's like, oh, well, I don't know, like it's sort of like a timeless classic, like a literal timeless classic, because it's like, yes, people are going to be listening to your Christmas song for like every year. So every day you get like a steady sort of like revenue like business, which is like, yes, maybe like throughout the whole year, like nobody's listening to Christmas music, but during Christmas, like I mean, starting maybe around, I don't know, November, maybe even earlier on. I think people start like since October, but I think usually it's like around November. It's like you're gonna be listening to your Christmas song. So it's like it's actually, again, like great idea to like try to hit it with like a number 1 song, but like during Christmas, because again, it's like, oh, well, during the year you're not gonna be seeing, like, you're not gonna be cutting, like the check's not gonna come, but like, oh, during Christmas, like you're seeing the check. So it's like every December or every January I get like the revenue, like, oh great, like I'm glad that I did that song. So in a way, I think I like that one, because it's like, okay, it's really, I think those were my favorite, because they were sort of like the outliers, and they were like very specific, that of course, because I think we tend to forget when you're like listening to Spotify, you're sort of like, oh yeah, I'm listening to like music that I like, just like in general. But also I think it tends to do a lot with like the trends, and I don't know what you're like into at this particular time, and it shows a lot of like what trends are like in one specific country, in one specific sort of like year, or just like time period in particular. That again, like those like Christmas or the baby songs are very like, oh, these are like very specific, and they're like the outliers. But it's like, yes, of course, people also are listening like during Christmas. You want to hear like Christmas music. You don't tend to be like, oh yes, I'm gonna listen to like the number 1 sort of like clubbing song. Although probably like in like 30 like during New Year's Eve, I think it's more common for you to like be listening to like, I think I could definitely put up like a good playlist like around like New Year's Eve. Because with this, in this particular selection, I really did thought like, oh, there's a lot of these that I think were very like would be appropriate for something like this, or a party in general, because a lot of these were like very sort of like upbeat songs, and again, I like a lot of like clubbing sort of like songs, which on one hand I think makes sense because people are obviously going to be listening to like a lot of like upbeat music, and those are probably like going to be like the most famous ones. I'm surprised, but having said that, I'm surprised by the amount of like ballads and like power ballads. Not that many, of course. Like I don't think they were like they were around like after like the really electronic and sort of like a lot of like were electronic sort of like songs. The number two, I think, were ballads, which I'm surprised because it's like, oh, so people really do enjoy like a good like or maybe like a romantic love song or just like a ballad in general. People do seem to enjoy those a lot, which is like, okay, well, good to know about like Sweden. But not just that, it's also I think some like a little sort of like particular thing that I was like, oh, okay. The rap situation, like apparently like Sweden really likes rap and hip hop, which I've never heard of like Swedish rap before. And apparently like it's super big over there. Also like they were like in the top like 100 sort of like 80, 70 and so, and then like around like also like number like in the top 10. So that tells me, again, incredibly popular, which I had never thought of this. It's like, oh wow, apparently like Swedish people really do love their rap and their hip hop, and there's apparently like a lot of like hip hop or rappers just like that are famous and they're Swedish, and you know it's pretty big like the scene over there, which you haven't like if you haven't told me this before, I would have never thought of it. So like okay, intriguing, and also I think it's quite like interesting like the amount of like there was like no other genres. Like I think like one folk song, but that seemed like the idea because it seemed like a little older, and the others were like one like pop rock, no rock at all, which I think like okay, so they do not like rock. But also I think like also surprising to me, there's no ABBA, which I'm like okay, that's weird because isn't ABBA like the number one sort of like Swedish band? So like are Swedish people not listening to ABBA? Is it one of those situations where ABBA is sort of like famous outside of Sweden, but in Sweden itself, they're not that big, they're not that popular? Is one of those scenarios, which again would love to ask a Swede, like, are you guys like listening to ABBA a lot, or did you just like do not listen to this? He's like, we know the songs, but we don't really like. It's not that big. I'd be shocked. But you know what? Like, I don't know. Like, at this point, like, nothing would surprise me. But, you know, I'm kind of saying it's like a little weird. No ABBA, which I'm like, okay, like the number one band. I think not even like in Sweden. I think like by worldwide, aren't they like the most famous band or one of the most like famous bands? So it's kind of crazy not to see them on this list. But I think in general, it was a really good selection, and I think it tells me a lot because all the songs were like super chill. Even the ones that were like very like upbeat and sort of like energetic and very like poppy. I think like yes, I'm in the club and I'm dancing. There was still like a sense of like chillness to it. Like it wasn't very, I don't know. Like if you were, I can't explain it, but it's like it wouldn't put you to sleep, obviously, because there's like a lot of like upbeat songs. But it's not something that's gonna like be stressful. It's like very like chill, as in like yeah, we're like hanging out and we're listening to this kind of music, which I think makes sense because my understanding is that Swedish people are quite chill. So it's like yes, I think their music selection also like reflects that people are listening to a lot of like chill things, or just like again, if it's upbeat, it's gonna be upbeat, and we're dancing, we're like yeah. But again, there's a sense of like. It's not that stressful. It's just like very like, yeah, you know, it's cool. Like we're all very cool, which again makes a lot of sense. But yes, this was a very surprising and eye-opening sort of like, oh, this is what actual Swedish people are listening. So I think I have a lot of like misconceptions, and I would love to ask like a normal Swedish people, a random Swedish person too, because I have questions. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.